All right, so I'm going to tell you how to keep babies in good living conditions when you're raising them. Warm, safe, all those different things. So the things to think about a baby pen is, and it does matter their age. So once they get over about 10 to 12 days, about 2 weeks old, I'm not as conscientious with buckets. But one of the things, and these guys are at that, one of these things that you have to remember when you have these little teeny goats, these open buckets of water, they can go down in there and then get their head stuck upside down and drown. So it's very important, and little teeny babies don't need availability of water anyway, kind of that less than 2 weeks. So be very conscientious of your buckets. The other thing is keeping them warm. Now, I have another, we raise them inside of the tractor barn, but this time of year we like to pull a pen out here, so they're kind of right here next to the milk barn, and we're working with them. But you can see we have big deep straw, good bedding in there, and then we have a heating lamp at the top to keep them warm. And everybody lays in there together all night long, and they cuddle puddle, and they get really good. It's very important to let these baby goats lay together and to have good deep straw. And a lot of people ask me, well, do they need a heat lamp? No, not all the time, but in the early spring when it's getting really cold and it's down into the, teens and 20s, that sort of thing, I think they need a heating lamp. And I use that Primus because it's the safest to use. It's the one with the black shell on top and then the nice cover. Don't forget how many barn fires get started with heating lamps. And the other thing that I will do is make this free choice hay. We make free choice mineral, and then we also make free choice baking soda. One of the things I like to tell people about baby goats is, remember, these guys are going to grow 60% or more of their body mass in the first 12 months of their life. And so if you keep that 12 months where they're not working to survive, where they have all the food they want, they have super good shelter, and when it's cold you keep them warm, they're gonna grow more. So if your objective is to grow big goats, keep them, their living conditions super survivable or luxurious, if you want to say. The last thing I did want to mention too is pine shavings as bedding ends up being something that the goats eat. It gives them bright yellow diarrhea. I don't like having pine shavings as my bedding. I prefer good straw or even the grass hay, because sometimes that's just the same price. But make all their living easy and you'll grow big healthy goats.